and we need to support the indie industry more. Indie industry, that's kind of funny. Hey everybody, my name is Asia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming the Festive Christmas book tag. So this is like the first official day of Bookmas for me. Like, I know I uploaded a little bit earlier in December, but this is going to be like the first video of more frequent content in these 12 days leading up to Christmas. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna post every day, but that's my goal. But if I miss a day, I miss a day. I've said that a lot, but I'm just saying if I miss a day, like, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. Oh yeah, also I'm in front of my tree. I hope you guys like it. It was really hard to get good lighting that you guys could see me, but then it's also like I'm backlit by the tree, so that kind of also has a factor in it, and it's nighttime, so it was really hard to get some good lighting, but I actually kind of enjoyed this lighting and I feel like it's nice and cozy. And so I am going to be doing a couple tags during this. There was like 2 or 3 autumn tags that I was tagged in, and I was going to do them obviously in November. I know I even filmed a couple of them, I just didn't have the time to edit, and now it's like Christmas season, so I feel like it's wrong to post a fall thing even though it's technically fall to the 20 something. So I'm going to be doing like Christmassy tags and some other tags I've been tagged in as well during this time, because they are quite quick to film, and as I said, I do want to get content out, so I am going to be having some tags scattered in there. I thought this one would be really nice to start off Bookmas, just to give those Christmassy vibes, and I really like this tag. It was created by Girl Reading about 5 years ago, and I'm super excited to just get into the questions. So the first question is, what fictional family would you like to spend Christmas dinner with? And for that, I'm going to go with The Family in a House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I don't really know what to call them, but they're definitely a family, like this orphanage family. I just love them all so much, and the majority of them are kids, and I love the 2 male adult characters in here too. They're just so precious, and I feel like they have such a good relationship, all of them, and these kids are crazy rascals, but they just want to be loved, and I want to show them all the love and affection because they are so ostracized from society. I feel like it would be just so nice to see the kids' personalities come out. So I would really like to spend Christmas dinner with them because I just feel like it'd be so fun and sweet, and like I feel like, you know, when you have like that kind of chaotic Christmas energy, but it's not like in a bad way, it's in like a really joyful, chaotic Christmas. I feel like they would definitely have that kind of energy, and I feel like the whole place would be decorated and it would just be so much fun. Question 2 is a bookish item you would like to receive as a gift, and I originally thought this meant like a bookish, like you want a specific bookmark or something, but it's not that.
First of all, you're stupid.
It's like an item from a book that you would like to receive as a gift. And the first one that I kind of thought of is because I really like crystals. I would really like the stone that Hunt gives to Bryce in Crescent City. It's just like a white stone, but I feel like it'd be so pretty. And like obviously if Hunt touched it, I want it. And I still have not put the cover back on my Crescent City book. It's upstairs. I just have been too lazy and been forgetting to bring it down. But then I thought of another one that I would actually like even more. I just haven't read this book, but I watched the TV show, and that is Needle from Game of Thrones. This is my tiny little cute Game of Thrones. I have a whole box set of these, but I watched the TV show, and Needle is the sword that Arya gets from her brother, and I just think like having a little knife would be so fun. I could go stab people. Not me saying that I'm gonna kill people on the internet. Anyways.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
I feel like it'd be really cool to just have like a little sword, you know, and it's so tiny and cute but so deadly at the same time, and I just feel like that's me and that's Arya, and we could have matching little swords. Question 3 is a character that you think would make a perfect little Christmas elf, and for that I'm gonna go with Pip from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is one of my favorite books if you didn't know, but coming up with this question was really hard, but I feel like Pip, it just cares so much about others, and she wants to be so giving, and I could just see her like being a little Christmas elf and like giving out all these presents and then like getting wrapped up in something completely differently that she's not supposed to, and I just think that she would be like a good Christmas elf. It was really honestly hard to answer this question, so I don't think this is the perfect answer that I have for this question, but I honestly couldn't really think of anything else, maybe from like a middle grade, but I haven't read that many, so it was just kind of hard to think of an answer for this question, but I'm definitely going to go with Pip. I'm literally so happy doing this tag, I don't know why. But question 4 is match a book to its perfect Christmas song, and for this I'm going to go with Hero by Lauren Rowe, which is a romance that I really love, and I'm going to go with All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. So the reason that I went with this, like, it really took me a while. I had to scroll through playlists of Christmas songs to think of this, but the reason that I decided to go with this is because this book does kind of have insta love in it. That's kind of a thing with Lauren Rowe in general. I thought it was fine, and I'm not the biggest fan of like super insta love, but it was more like attraction that grew into love, and they worked through a lot of issues because this does delve into darker topics like grief. But from the very beginning, our main male character is like, I want you. Like, I don't care about the rules. I don't care about anything. I want you. He was like, all I want is you. Like, I just want you. And so I thought, like, all I want for Christmas is you. Like, they kind of went together. And like, I feel like he would definitely sing this to the female love interest. I definitely think he would. The reason that their love at first was kind of forbidden is because he is a firefighter and he got into an accident, and she is his physical therapist. So she has to help him, and obviously it's against the hospital rules for her and a patient to have a sort of relationship. And so he's like, F the rules, F the hospital, I want you. And she's like, sir, you gotta slow your roll there. She's like, I'm not trying to get in trouble and lose my job. And so like, they do kind of wait until after that, but like during the whole time where they were waiting, he's like, I want you, just you, that's it, I want you. And she's just kind of like, okay, can you wait a second? He really would definitely sing this song to her. Question 5 is Bah Humbug, and it's a book or character that you've been disappointed in and should go on the naughty list. So I'm gonna go with a book that I'm disappointed in, but I don't think it should go on the naughty list because so many people love this book. I wish I loved it, but I just didn't. And like, I feel like people love controversial opinions, and this is the most controversial opinion that I have, so I'm gonna just put it out there, and that is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. Okay, I know a lot of people's favorite author is Talia Hibbert, but I just don't know. Like, I've read 3 of her books. And the more that I think about it, I did really like Dani Brown. I don't think it's a favorite, but I did really enjoy it. This one I gave 3 stars. It was more of like a 2.5, to be honest, like a 2.5, but I really like the representation in here, especially for disability and obviously POC and plus size, so that really knocked it up like almost a whole star. So that's why I gave this 3 stars, but it just really disappointed me because everybody hyped it up. And then I read a royalty romance by Talia Hibbert, The Princess Trap, and I didn't like that one either. I gave it 2 stars. I don't know, I just feel like I want to love it, but something about it just didn't click with me. I felt like Red and Chloe did not have chemistry. I don't know, their relationship just didn't work for me, and I don't know what it is, but it just didn't click with me. The next question is a book or fictional character that you think deserves more hype and should be put on the nice list. So there's a lot of books I can go with this. Like, literally I say like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder for every underhyped book. But for this book, I'm going to go with Check Please, which is a graphic novel series. And I've heard some people say that they hear people talking about this a lot, but I never hear people talking about it. There's only one other person that I've heard that's read this, and that's Monty from Monty Price. Like, I don't know anybody else that's read this. And this graphic novel series is so good. Like, if you like Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, you'll definitely like this, and I actually prefer it to Heartstopper personally, but I definitely want to reread it, and it's all online too. Just like Heartstopper, you can find all of Check Please online, so I definitely want to reread it this Christmas season because it just makes me so happy. And so it's just really, really good, and you guys should all read it. I also want to mention an author real quick, but I'm going to be bringing up one of her books in a later question. But Julian Lindsay writes cozy mysteries and suspense romances, but I did not think that I would be a cozy mystery person, but I read her cozy mysteries. They're the first cozies that I read, and I really like them, and I feel like a lot of people would like them. Even if you don't like thrillers, I feel like cozy mysteries aren't scary or anything like that, and they give you just like a cozy vibe. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just kind of like that classic Sherlock Holmes vibe, and like you feel kind of a little bit of suspense, but you're not scared. And like, there's a lot of normally like cozy things like baking or a library or like a inn, something like that. And sometimes you can get paranormal ones with magic in it. There's so many different kinds, and I feel like cozies in general need to be more hyped. But Julian Lindsay is just an amazing author in general, and she definitely needs more love. Question 7 is Red, Green, and Gold. Pick a book with a wonderfully Christmassy cover to it. So obviously, The Afterlife of Holly Chase has a very stunning cover. I'm sorry for the reflections, but like, this obviously is a very Christmassy book in general. I have not read this yet, but it obviously looks super Christmassy. It doesn't have green on it, but it definitely just gives off Christmas vibes in general. There's so many more that I don't own that definitely have more Christmassy vibes than either of these, but these are just the ones that I own. And this one is Apple Cider Slang by Julianne Lindsay. So this is her Cider Shop Mystery Series. I have not read this yet, but I really want to. So obviously you can see it has like a whole Christmas tree, and it has like apples, and it's all red and green. So this definitely gives me complete Christmas vibes. But she also has another series under her pen name Jacqueline Frost. She writes under 4 different pen names, and so the one for Jacqueline Frost is exclusively like Christmas cozies. I think this series has other books in it that don't take place during Christmas, and I know like her Seaside Cafe one, which is more summery, the 4th book takes place during Christmas. So some of the other series do have a Christmassy feel to them, but her Jacqueline Frost cozies are super Christmassy if you're looking for a Christmas cozy. So I would definitely recommend those, even though I haven't read it.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
But Nicole from Who Picked This Book recommends everything Julianne Lindsay, and I read Julianne Lindsay and she could do no wrong. And the last question is a book or series that you love so much that you wish everybody could find it under their tree so they can read and love it too. And for that, I'm gonna go with From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is one of my favorite books of the year. Like, this and Crescent City are top, but I already mentioned Crescent City, so I decided to talk about this one. And I feel like this one is more underrated than Crescent City because everybody knows Sarah J. Maas, and a lot of people know Jennifer L. Armentrout, but this is so freaking good. And I'm reading the second book right now, and chef's kiss, so good. It's so good.
You need help, bro. You fucking need help, bro!
I've loved Jennifer L. Armentrout for a long time. I actually met her probably 6 or 7 years ago, and she's just so sweet, and I love this book so much, and I think it's amazing, and everybody needs to read it. A lot of people are starting to pick it up, but it's still so underrated, and I feel like if you like fantasy or if you like romance, you'll like it. And Hawk is one of the best main male characters I've ever read in my entire life. I love him so much, so please just go buy this for yourself. It's on Amazon. Even though she's indie published and traditionally published, I know this is still an indie published book, and we need to support the indie industry more. Indie industry, that's kind of funny. And this book is just so good. Please go read it. Thanks. Bye. That's my TED Talk for today. So those were all the questions. I could definitely tag people, but by the time I'm posting this, there's only going to be like 12 days till Christmas, so I don't want to tag anybody, but I think I'm going to tell Nicole from Who Picked This Book that I'm tagging her, so then that way she can prepare herself to film it and post it before Christmas. That's what I'm gonna do. That's all that I have for this video today. If you guys disagree with any of my answers, or you want to answer the questions yourselves, please film it if you have a booktube channel and say that I tagged you. Literally say, yeah, Deja from Deja's Book World tagged me, because I know I always feel like people say that in tags, right? They'll be like, oh, I don't have anybody to tag, but if you want to do it, say that I tagged you. And I'm always like, I'm not going to do that because they did not tag me. They don't know me. But say that I tagged you. Go ahead. Like, I literally don't care. Like, do it for real, and then tag me in the description box so I can see it. Or if you just want to answer the questions down below, do that too. I just want to know your answers. But that's all that I have for this video today, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!